On June 1st, I bought my first pinball machine, a 1973 Williams Travel Time. It's not the most modern machine, or is it the most revered, or is the machine itself even in the best shape, but birthday card money isn't really going to get you a Medieval Madness. Alright, here we go. We've actually, we got it in last night, but it's now the next day. Get the legs on. They're nice and stable now. Still gotta get the head on and double check everything. We should have this thing powered up soon. Alright, this is weird. So it literally started in the middle of the game from last time I turned it on. As you can see, the clock doesn't do great when it starts up. But everything else is working pretty well, it seems. I'll have to do a more thorough check later. And the game doesn't end. That's bad. Time to get to work. There's the clock unit. Okay. Good look all around the insides. Gotta math this out real quick, see how much money it would have made. Some chimes up here. Alright, yeah, definitely after this last little bit of inspection with it being on, I can definitely see how the issues are starting to pile up, what needs to be fixed. Like, I can get one good game where, like, the clock will actually start up properly and then it'll count down. But then usually if you're trying to start another game after that, it'll start goofing up, it'll like stagger a little bit, or it will have a hard time getting to the proper thing, or it won't end properly. It won't send the signal to get the ball into the trough, it'll just stay. This eject thing tends to get a little sticky because it'll eject fine at first, and then then over time it'll just eventually get pretty weak. So yeah, that's definitely notes to take care of. Right now I'm going to take a count of the lights, order all the lights I need from Comet Pinball, and yeah, that'll take a few days to get here though, but I guess it'll be time to fix the issues, hopefully, if I can get the parts I need. I know some of you will want an update inspection of the playfield, so here it is top to bottom. First, I guess bottom to top is the better word for this, because there's a thick ball trail that runs all the way into the wood. I'm going to try and stand out of the way for this so you can see it, but yeah, that thing is that's not good. I don't know that's coming out. I think that cut through a layer of the wood. That's probably not coming out. Going down, there's a couple bit of damage right here, some center. This is just dirty. Down here, this is where it gets bad. I think that's mostly it for like major damage I've seen so far. In terms of plastics, they've all yellowed a good bit. This seagull, there's a big spot where this post has rubbed a little bit at some point, and some warping is going on these side plastics. Definitely, you can see it's supposed to be flat like this, flat like this. This one, the warping is actually so bad. If you look closely at this post, when I push down on it, it moves the post from its warping. I hope I know how to get that out. I just hope I can get it out, because I can't get reproductions for these plastics, so if I mess this up, it's over. It's probably just over for those plastics, because I really don't want to mess up these plastics. Oh yeah, a bonus. Here's a bonus for you. New plug time. Alright, cutting to the chase a little bit, what follows next is just a couple of days of, poking around, trying to identify issues, not actually being able to identify anything really. Eventually, my lights arrived, so now it's time to swap out the GI. Alright, so my lights have arrived. I want to give a shout out to Comet Pinball for including this free little pack of Twizzlers. That's pretty neat. You know what, since we're going to be changing the lights, I'm going to have a little fun activity. I'm going to have a counter for how many of these posts come out, that where it goes out by the screw instead of the top nut. Let's get changing these lights.
So while we're doing this, I figure I'd give a little bit of backstory to this machine. Travel Time was originally designed in 1972, and most websites claim it released in 1972, however, it wouldn't enter full production until 1973. And for the specific machine, about 30 years ago, two brothers would purchase this machine at an auction. Over time, they slowly grew apart, and the brother that had the machine didn't want it anymore. It was then sold as a project machine to another person, however, they found that they did not have enough time to fix the machine, so instead they sold it to me. Travel Time would have a production run of 3,450 units, the exact same number as Attack from Mars somehow. Okay, now a couple of notes. First off, I'm probably going to replace the lights in these pop bumpers with natural white LEDs eventually. Second off, I took this opportunity to replace a couple of rubbers, most specifically this one. This one was actually really weird because it was basically built like a s'more. The outside was hard and crunchy, but it was super gooey and stuck to the post on the inside. And finally, if you look closely, you can actually see an issue. This is in game over mode. It's not supposed to be on clock running. Actually, taking these photos is what helped me realize exactly what the issues are. Now stay tuned for part 2 soon, where we actually fix the issues with this machine.